It's so nice to see you, buddy. I can't even sit in this. Did I get you? I knew I'd make you laugh. How are you, bud?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm fantastic. Thank you so much for coming back on The Tonight Show. I appreciate it. Always love having you here. I wanted to wear something special for you because I know it's a big deal to win 3 Michelin stars. Because I mean, it's a plant-based restaurant.
You know, when I was a kid and first started out cooking, getting 3 Michelin stars seemed like a dream so big, like scary to dream of.
Yeah.
It seemed unreachable. And of course, 12 years ago, eventually we reached that goal, and it's such an amazing honor, and it's really meaningful to the team and everyone. But that we reached this, Michelin has created the rules for fine dining. Oh, yeah. They've been around for over 100 years. And to reach that now without using meat or fish is something I never thought was possible. And it's sort of a marker that there is change. Like with the restaurant, we can create change.
Yeah. When did you get the idea that you were going to switch completely to plant-based?
It was really during the pandemic. You know, we turned the restaurant into a community kitchen, which you know.
I remember.
We started feeding people in need. And even though it was so scary financially, and we lost our team, and it was such a challenging time for restaurants and other businesses, but I found this whole new meaning. Before that, it was all about winning awards, getting accolades. And then during the pandemic, it felt like, wow, there is a higher purpose. And I felt more connected with the language of food. I felt more connected with New York City. And so when it was time to reopen the restaurant, it just was clear that I didn't want to open the same restaurant as before. And this is kind of how this book came to be.
Explain, 'cause Eat More Plants is the name of the book. And it is gorgeous, by the way.
Thank you.
By the way, I don't know if you know this, but it smells like crayons.
I know, it's so nice. It does.
It really does. It is like, but it's your personal journals and painting.
It was never really meant to be a book, but it was sort of like I've been journaling my whole life. And I believe to speak things into existence. But even before I speak them into existence, I sort of like meditate on these ideas in my journals.
Yeah.
And during the pandemic, it was really sort of this meditation on all kinds of vegetables, and sort of there was also some thoughts in there about reopening the restaurants. But
yeah, there's a couple of things in here I was reading, and I go, oh, this is pretty personal. Where you're like, is this going to work?
It is really personal, and when I look at it now, I remember those times in the pandemic. It was so scary, and you know, it's not just an artistic endeavor, but it's also our livelihood. So like, we need guests to come, and thankfully they have come. But during the pandemic, I was really laying awake at night.
Yeah.
Didn't know what's going to be next.
If you had a future. Well,
yeah.
how does this book? How do you meet someone that's going to put this book out?
So
who did this?
It was a friend of mine, Ronnie Horn, who is this amazing artist, who brought in her friend, who is this publisher in Germany, who creates some of the most beautiful art books. And they came into dinner at 11 Madison Park, and he was so taken by the experience, and he asked about the creative process, and I was telling him about my journal, and then he said, can I come see them? And I said, well, they're not really, you know, for people to see, they're very personal. But then sure enough, he showed up. His name is Gerhard Steidl. He's an icon in the publishing world. But he showed up and he saw the journals, and he said, I would love to do a book with you. And that's how it came to be.
It's gorgeous, and it makes me happy, and it makes me think that there's a future in this, buddy. You're the greatest, and always doing something different. You know,
you make me laugh. Thank you.
Chef Daniel Humm, everybody, Eat More Plants is available now at 11madisonhome.com. More Tonight Show after the break. Stick around, everybody. Hey, hey.